This is a notification issued by the central government in India regarding the taxation rules for online gaming and casino activities. This notification number 45/2023 is a new rule issued by the central government in New Delhi on September 6, 2023. It was issued based on the authority granted by Section 164 of the Central Goods and Services Tax Act, 2017, and on the recommendations of the Council. It introduces new rules to modify the existing Central Goods and Services Tax rules of 2017. Two new rules, 31B and 31C, have been added after the existing Rule 31A. These rules specifically address the taxation of online gaming and casino activities. It states that for online gaming, including online money gaming, the value of supply, which means the amount subject to taxation, will be the total amount paid to the supplier by the player, whether in money or any other form of value, like virtual assets. Any amount returned to the player by the supplier for any reason won't reduce the taxable value. Let's use an example to illustrate how to calculate. Imagine you're playing an online game that allows you to buy special in-game items, and you can do this using both real money, in Indian rupees, and virtual items. 1. Initial purchase. You decide to buy a powerful virtual sword for 1,000 rupees. You make this purchase using real money. 2. Later refund. After some time, you change your mind about the sword and request a refund. The game provider agrees and returns 500 rupees to you. Tax calculation. Applying the rules mentioned in the notification, according to the government's rules, they'll consider the total amount you initially paid to the game provider, which is 1,000 rupees, whether you paid in real money or virtual items. Even though you got 500 rupees back as a refund, the government won't reduce the taxable value. They'll still consider your total spending as 1,000 rupees. Result: for tax purposes, you will be taxed based on the initial 1,000 rupees you spent, and the 500 rupees refund won't change this calculation. This ensures that the government collects the right amount of tax on online gaming activities, whether you use real money or virtual assets to make purchases in the game. What does Rule 31C say about casinos? It explains how to calculate the value of supply for actionable claims in a casino. This includes the total amount paid by the player for things like tokens, chips, coins, or tickets used in the casino. If these items are not required for participation, the total amount paid for participating in any event will be considered. Let's use an example to illustrate how to calculate the value of supply for actionable claims in a casino. Scenario: you decide to visit a casino in India and participate in various games and events. 1. Token purchase. You buy tokens for 1,000 rupees to use in different games at the casino. 2. Chips and tickets. You also purchase chips for 500 rupees and tickets for 300 rupees to enter specific events. 3. Game participation. During your visit, you play a few games that don't require tokens, chips, or tickets, spending a total of 800 rupees. Tax calculation. Based on the rules provided, the government will consider the total amount you spent on tokens, chips, and tickets, which is 1,000 rupees plus 500 rupees plus 300 rupees equals 1,800 rupees. However, since you participated in some events without using tokens, chips, or tickets, the amount spent directly on those games, 800 rupees, will also be included in the tax calculation. Result: for tax purposes, the total value of supply for actionable claims in the casino will be 2,600 rupees, 1,800 rupees for tokens, chips, and tickets plus 800 rupees for game participation without tokens or tickets. This ensures that the government collects the correct amount of tax on casino activities, considering all forms of payment and participation. Are there any exceptions? Yes. If the casino returns or refunds any amount to the player for items like tokens, coins, chips, or tickets, it won't reduce the taxable value. Tax calculation. According to the rule, the government will still consider the total amount you initially spent on tokens, coins, and chips, which is 1,000 rupees plus 500 rupees plus 300 rupees equals 1,800 rupees. Additionally, since you participated in an event without using tokens, coins, or chips, 200 rupees, this amount will also be included in the tax calculation. Even though you received a refund of 800 rupees, this won't reduce the taxable value. Result: for tax purposes, the total value of supply for actionable claims in the casino will be 2,300 rupees, 1,800 rupees for tokens, coins, and chips plus 200 rupees for event participation without tokens or chips. The refund of 800 rupees doesn't affect the taxable value. This ensures that the government collects the correct amount of tax on casino activities, considering all forms of payment and participation. Additional note: for both Rules 31B and 31C, if a player receives an amount as a prize or reward in an event and uses it to participate in another event without withdrawing it, this amount won't be considered as part of the total paid to the supplier. Certainly. Let's use an example to illustrate this situation. Scenario: you visit a gaming event where players have the chance to win prizes. 1. Prize winning. You win a prize valued at 500 rupees in one of the events. 2. Using prize for another event. Instead of taking the 500 rupees home, you decide to use it to participate in another event at the same venue. Tax calculation. According to the rule, the government will not consider the 500 rupees prize as part of the total amount paid to the event organizer because you used it to participate in another event without withdrawing it. Result: for tax purposes, the 500 rupees prize won't be counted as part of the total amount paid to the event organizer. This ensures that the government doesn't tax prizes that players use directly for participating in other events.